Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be on how I did this wig. This is the hair cap that I used to sew my bundles onto the wig cap and everything. Here you go. I'm just showing you guys what it looked like. I picked this up in my local beauty supply store. I think it was like $4. I'm not really sure about that. But yeah, I would recommend grabbing this wig cap because it has this scrunchy part right there, like at the bottom. You can well, not the scrunchy part, but it has I wouldn't say the elastic band, but where you get able to adjust your wig to make it tighter or shorter or whatever. But as you can see right now, I'm just applying the wig cap onto the wig head and just try to make sure everything is pretty much stretched out and secured. So that way when I start to apply the closure and the bundles, it would lay evenly, if that makes sense. So yeah. I also would recommend tying a knot after you thread your needle. After you thread your thread through the needle, make sure you tie a knot. Make sure you tie like 2 or 3 of them so that way it be secure. And make sure you tie a knot at the end and things of that nature so that way as you sewing, it just won't go straight through. It will have a stopping to it, if that makes sense. But you're going to see what I'm talking about. But yeah. One thing I also forgot to mention, as you're sewing, make sure your closure is laid down completely flat. I kind of made a mistake when I first started off right here. This is what I was talking about. It was hard for me to put the needle through because of the pin that was in the way. I also would recommend sewing through the closure. Put the needle through the cap underneath the wig cap and then sew it through the closure, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and stop talking and let y'all watch what I do. Okay, so when you get to the end, you want to make sure you tie about 3, 4, or 5 knots, girl, to make sure that it's secure in that. And I also wanted to say I would recommend taking all the pins out and seeing how flat the closure lays without the pins and stuff there to make sure that there's no lumps in the freaking closure. Okay, you don't want your closure crooked and you don't want it with no lumps, sis. Trust me, it's gonna be very hard to lay it at the end if it's like that. So yeah. Okay, so I'm using concealer on my cap, so that way you can, mark out your tracks and stuff like that. That's what I would recommend doing when it comes to making your own wig. I didn't glue this wig on. I didn't glue the bundles onto the wig cap. I ended up sewing everything in by hand, and yes, sis, it took me about 6 hours, no cap. So yeah, it took me about 6 to 8 hours doing that, by the way. Did not know it was going to take me that long, honestly, but I really enjoyed making this wig, by the way. I wanted to say that as I'm marking out where I'm going to be placing my tracks at, I would definitely recommend make sure you leave enough room, enough space, like how I did right there. Enough space for you can add more tracks or whatever. When you laying your tracks as well, you can make them close to each other. You can lay them very close to each other, or you can space them out. Either way it goes, do whatever fits you. I ended up using 2 bundles and 1 closure for this unit, And yeah, and it still worked out fine for me. I thought it was going to be more on the denser side, like a more on the thin side, because it was only 2 bundles, but it actually wasn't, due to the, I feel like probably due to the hair that I got, but I'm not really sure on that. Don't quote me. So yeah.